we're filming.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Welcome to the Snapshot, everybody. I'm here with Melissa Giroux. I always think I'm saying your name wrong, is that right?
That's right.
Because it's
Yeah.
cool spelling. It's like a
Yeah.
French, J-E-R.
G-E-R.
G-E-R-O-U-X.
Yeah.
Give an O-U-X name,
Yeah.
it's always cool.
Yeah.
And Sue Sanderson. What are your various titles? Just
Well, my actual title is a self-sufficiency specialist.
in yours.
It's a housing specialist.
Okay. But we're here to talk about homelessness, and both of you do mostly programming working with the homeless.
Correct.
So I think there's a misconception that places like Newaygo County don't have any homeless because you don't really see them. If you go into certain parts of Grand Rapids or Detroit or where I grew up in Buffalo, you see the homeless because they're out on the streets and they're in a box or something, or what's the stereotypical. But we don't see homeless people out here. So why don't we see them? Are there homeless people in Newaygo County? What are the current numbers?
Okay.
You were saying seem high.
Yeah, so the numbers we have for Newaygo County, we have 490 that we've collected data from 2016. So basically there were 85 families or individuals they counted that were doubled up, extremely doubled up, many families staying in one household.
So that's one of the reasons people don't see the homeless. It's a big rural county, so I don't know where you would see them. But best case scenario, if they're lucky, they've got a friend or relative that's letting them sleep on the couch or in the basement. Oftentimes whole families.
Sure.
What if they're not lucky? Where are they staying?
So what we're finding is we've had some changes where we are now required through MISHDA to go out and verify people if they're literally homeless. So we actually go out and see where they're staying. So what we're seeing is people staying in campers, tents,
Vehicles.
cars. Yeah.
So if they're lucky, they have a friend or relative letting them stay there for a short time. If they're unlucky, they're just outside, and if they're really lucky, they've got an old camper or a tent.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, what are we doing? What are some of the programs and services we offer to help the homeless locally?
Okay. One grant that I handle most of the time would be the Emergency Solutions Grant. And that grant is divided into two different categories. One would be actual homeless, right off the street, living in their vehicle. The other is prevention, where they are doubled up and they have an out date and they cannot stay any longer. With that grant, fortunately, we can assist them with housing 3 months, maybe 6 months out. During that time, we do a lot of case management with them to get them with different services that they might need in the county. Really, it's kind of getting their feet back on the ground so hopefully they can move forward and retain their housing.
Okay. And I know that it's never one reason why someone ended up homeless. People don't go from being totally fine to being homeless overnight, typically anyways. Often it's a series of events.
Yeah.
Someone gets injured, they don't have insurance, the next thing you know you got bills, next thing you know you got foreclosure, next thing you know you lose your job. I mean, so things happen, a series of events, and people find themselves homeless. So often helping them with the immediate, let's get you in place, would be a rental somewhere for a period of time. And then the case management is, okay, what happened? How'd you get here? How can we help you avoid this again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the homeless shelter? Aren't people going to the homeless shelter oh wait, there is no homeless shelter in Newaygo County, is there? Like there is in Grand Rapids.
Right.
So what do people do? I mean, like I said, how do we handle that?
We have funding through the Salvation Army where we can pay for 7 nights for them to stay in a motel.
Okay.
It's difficult though, because typically 7 nights is not going to be enough to solve this.
Right.
So it's really
It took months to get there. It's not going to take a week to get out of it.
So it's really trying to put the resources that are needed to connect these individuals or families to shelters sometimes outside of Newaygo County. We work quite a bit with our Brother's Keeper up in Big Rapids. And we find that people are a little more apt to go to Big Rapids than Muskegon or Grand Rapids, maybe because it is a smaller community.
It's less scary, especially if you're from a rural area. Cities
Yeah.
can be intimidating. And we're just scratching the surface today. This is just a snapshot of the issue. But it's really a systemic, ongoing issue. It's a very complicated issue. But again, I think this is a great awareness piece, people to realize there are actually homeless people, nearly 500 people in this county, Newaygo County alone. Well, thanks. Anything else we need to talk about before we wrap it up? like I said, this was a pretty brief snapshot of the,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Melissa, this is Sue, this is the Snapshot, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.